Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the first ever episode 53 of the Expansion Drive podcast. You may notice that I am not Mike Kerrigan. That's because Mike Kerrigan and Didi are at Disneyland this week. So I'm Banksley and I am taking over hosting duties for this week. And to my left, America's best producer ever, Brittani.
What's up?
And to her left, first time appearing on the podcast here. He's been talked about a few times on the past.
Yeah.
Would you like to introduce him?
This is Josh Bailey.
That's me.
And to my right, another first-timer for the podcast, but he is no stranger to Attractions Magazine. It is the co-host of the attraction show, Quinn Roseboom.
That is me. I am here.
You just got back from a big vacation.
I did.
Where were you?
I was in Europe. I went to Denmark and Russia and Norway, and it was fun. And I went on a cruise and to Tivoli Park. And I vlogged it all, so you can find that on Attractions Adventures. Just plug that in there.
Oh, yeah. Attractions Adventures is amazing.
Yeah, it'll be there.
It'll be a great vlog. We look forward to seeing that.
Thank
for
you.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we should get into the, as Mike would say, the rigmarole of it all. I want to thank MEI Travel, Mouse Fan Travel, and Universal Fan Travel for sponsoring the show each and every week. Of course, they're your go-to stores for amazing deals for Disney, Universal, cruises, all that fun stuff. I don't have anything in front of me of deals that they're having right now, but you can go to MEItravel.com to see all the amazing deals they offer. I use them to help for my Paris trip at the end of the month, so they're
pretty sure they offer a free, no obligation quote.
Free, no obligation quotes, exactly. So again, thank you to MEI Travel and everyone there. Also want to thank Give Kids the World for letting us record the podcast every week here at Give Kids the World Village. This is our office/set for the show and the podcast. So it's always a great time to be here, and we thank them and Stephen so much for letting us do it. So, all right, let's go around and start talking about what's going on in our lives. So why don't we start with Brittani?
Okay. I've been working. I got to go preview the new DC exhibit at Madame Tussauds last week. I think I
was there with you, yes.
That was so cool.
You guys lifted a helicopter?
Yeah, we lifted a helicopter and saved Metropolis. It was
And we're going to go back next Tuesday.
Yeah, for the VIP
party. And see it actually with all the effects and the figures. That's going to be really, I think it's going to be... I'm
going to be doing all the heavy lifting of the helicopter, not Superman. It'll be...
You got to try one-handed now.
Well, I don't know if I'm strong enough for that. It was so bad. I tried to lift it and film myself doing it with one hand, and I couldn't.
5 pounds?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
The secret.
Well, it's. I'm not really that big of a fan of the DC movies, but the exhibit's pretty cool.
The exhibit is super cool.
Yeah. They're all beautiful actors, so
Yes. I mean, Gal Gadot is.
She's.
But the effects,
perfect
I'm really excited to see the effects
and how it works. It's gonna be really cool. All right, Quinn, what else is going on aside from Europe?
Well, I just I got back from Europe. Yeah. I don't know. Going back to work. Doing stuff. Let's see. You said Tuesday you were going to go to that. I'm going to go see Solo next Tuesday.
Hey,
nice.
Got my tickets
so I'm really
for,
excited.
The day before MegaCon, or the day MegaCon starts, whatever.
Yeah. I got the ticket for that opening night event that they're going to be doing.
I really wanted to go to that. You get the dice, right?
Yeah, you get the dice. It's I have to do it.
If you can get an extra,
I'll try. I'll give it a shot. Oh, I thought it was me. Yes, Josh, go on. What's going on? Let everyone know who you are and what you do.
Okay, hi, I'm Josh Bailey. I'm just like a ghost. No one actually knows who I am, I guess. People on ENL probably do because Brittani talks about me. And has for a while.
Yeah.
I'm a graphic designer. I opened my little personal store on my portfolio website recently because I got a big printer, professional printer, and I can print whatever I want now. So it's cool. I had a little company, but that's a large run thing that I do for conventions and stuff. This is an easier way to just make whatever I want. A lot of Disney inspired stuff.
Very nice. Awesome. And where can people find your artwork?
JoshBaileyDesign.com/shop. JoshBaileyDesign.com.
Awesome.
My personal favorites are his Mara WPA print and
yes, from Temple of the Forbidden Eye.
From Temple of the Forbidden Eye.
Adventure, yeah.
I also really like the Epcot one.
Yeah, well, Progress City, Epcot the city, not Epcot the theme park.
And I also bought his Howard and the Heartbreakers concert shirt that he did from Howard the Duck.
Oh, nice.
It's supposed to get here this weekend. I'm really excited.
I love your travel posters that you're using for different park attractions and stuff.
Yeah,
based on their stories.
It's these old travel decals that I'm obsessed with, and they're so intricate, and they're old like this old crazy process of ink plate printing. So I try and replicate it. It was just like a weird idea that I had to try and do, and I did it with Big Thunder Mountain, and it took me like 2 months.
That's what they were
on and off, but yeah. So now I'm going through it. It's kind of more obscure things, but it's one for me, one for everyone else, I guess.
Yeah.
So now I need to do one that everyone else would love, because last one I did was Sky Crown, which you didn't know about. I remember when I posted that, and you were like, I didn't know about this.
Yeah, I had no idea. I had to look it up, and it was like a fascinating read, like a history of that. I had no idea that would happen.
Because it just like died as quickly as they developed it. So yeah, it never really happened, but it's super interesting.
Yeah.
No one knows about Sky Crown, Disney's lost ski resort project. Look it up.
Definitely.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, they tried to make a ski resort.
You grew up in
That's
this
where Country
industry,
Bears
Quinn.
came from.
I sure did.
Country Bear Jamboree was developed for Sky Crown. Mineral King, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
Really
all
cool.
interesting.
Really
You all
cool.
should look it up too.
Everyone look it up. It's super
Do
cool.
it. Not much going on. I got my mom in town this week, so she's getting to. She finally got to meet Oliver for the first time. So
Aw.
she got here on Mother's Day. It was perfect. So we're just kind of relaxing, and she's enjoying a week with her grandkids because so much has been going on with her life recently with a lot of loss. So it's nice for her to be able to come down, relax, be with family. So. We're having a good time, and not much else is going on in terms of the theme park world for us here. All right, so why don't we go ahead and we'll get started here with the news. Oh, I am a horrible person.
You're the worst producer ever.
I'm so sorry. There, it's had to be said once.
Mike and Didi just met Black Panther.
Oh, real little time updates.
I just got the notification.
We didn't even
on
mention.
my watch.
I mean, we said they were gone, but
Yes.
You said that
today.
they were at Disney,
They are at Disneyland this week.
Disney California Adventure today.
Yeah, specifically the day that we're recording this, right? They're DCA. They've ridden Guardians and.
Tomorrow they'll be at DCA as well, unless they go back and do Disneyland again.
All right, now let's get to the news. All right. So we got 9 items on the news this week.
Not a baker's dozen.
Not a baker's dozen. It rarely is a baker's dozen. So we're going to start off with some movie news here. Of course, Deadpool 2 reviews are starting to pop up because the movie comes out this Friday. With the release of Deadpool 2 finally upon us, the reviews are in. The movie is the sequel to the 2015 X-Men spin-off, which surprised many by not only becoming the highest-grossing R-rated movie of all time, but also the most successful movie in Fox's X-Men franchise. So what do critics think of the follow-up? For the most part, reviews are positive. Deadpool 2 currently has a Rotten Tomatoes score of 82%, which is slightly worse than the first movie's 83% score. In terms of other films in the X-Men series, it sits behind the highly acclaimed Logan at 93%, but way ahead of X-Men Apocalypse at 48%. Most critics agreed that, for better or for worse, the new movie hasn't attempted to change the original's winning combination of irreverent humor and gory over-the-top violence. The Deadpool 2 review from GameSpot's own Michael Rougeau said the film mostly works for all the same reasons that the original did. Reynolds carries the movie on his back, although this time around he should have shared the load a little more evenly with some of his talented co-stars.
Yikes.
But Reynolds' Wade Wilson is just as charming as ever in his own twisted way, and Deadpool 2 delivers laughs, action, and gruesome maimings the fans want. So he was excited to see this.
I don't know either.
I don't know either.
We don't know how excited we are.
I'm not the target audience for Deadpool. I did see the first one when it was in theaters, and I was like, wow, this is really funny, but also I'm not the target audience for this. Yeah.
I loved it. I kind of like those like over-the-top, gory kind of movies. I'm in a weird way.
You've been in Sharknado, so...
I was in Sharknado 3, so I do like these these really weird, campy movies, but I'm excited to see. I'm still excited. I don't think it's going to do as good as the first one.
No.
Someone said tonally it's all over the place.
Really?
I saw that was like the headline of the article. I saw that earlier today, yeah.
I mean, I guess, they're not having to do an origin story this time, so they can just jump right into the action at the beginning, so...
Yeah. I'll movie pass it, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
If Movie Pass is even still around.
Doesn't take much.
Who knows with them? I don't know anymore. All right, so moving on. Number 2, we now kind of understand the reason why Star Wars Episode 9's original director was fired. When it was announced that Jurassic World director Colin Trevorrow would no longer helm Episode 9, Lucasfilm said the parting was due to creative differences. Mere days later, it was revealed that The Force Awakens director J.J. Abrams returned for the film. Now, with Solo heading to theaters, some information about the events leading to Trevorrow's dismissal has been revealed. According to the Wall Street Journal, at the heart of the matter was the scripts being turned in to Lucasfilm head Kathleen Kennedy. While Trevorrow was hired based on his pitch to Kennedy, Disney President Alan Horn, and Disney CEO Bob Iger, the scripts simply weren't up to snuff. The Wall Street Journal reports that Kennedy was unhappy with the drafts Trevorrow co-wrote, as well as one from Harry Potter and the Cursed Child playwright Jack Thorne. While Trevorrow was keen to try again, Kennedy opted to fire him instead.
You don't mess with Kathleen Kennedy.
So just bad
I
scripts.
trust her too. She knows what she's doing. She's been in this business for 40 years.
Oh yeah.
She knows what's going on.
So yeah, I completely definitely agree. And I enjoyed Jurassic World, but script like Rise.
Well, I mean, why would you want someone to write something that most Potter fans don't even consider canon?
This
to
is
write
true.
Your Star Wars movie?
Yeah, right.
No, it's not. Is it? Is it canon? I don't know.
I mean, there are conflicting reports about
It's
it.
debatable. It depends on
I
what you
frankly wouldn't want
personally
it to be
identify.
canon.
I wouldn't either, because Harry Potter's kind of a butthole in the.
And plus, it just goes weird places. I won't spoil, but it just goes in weird places.
Yeah, I mean,
It's off topic.
for one
Yeah, it's off
character
topic,
that
yeah.
I personally thought was like asexual, it was very weird.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad that Trevorrow's not
I'm so
apart.
glad. I think I screamed when I thought that.
Well,
I knew he was gonna have feelings
He
about
took
it.
one of my favorite film franchises and in my opinion, ruined it. I
Oh,
waited my
no.
whole life for Jurassic Park to come back, and then I hated it.
Ah.
I know people liked it. It wasn't a horrible movie, but man, it was just really like, let's just bring it back and make a bland movie that's going to make money. You know?
What do you think of the new one coming out? It looks different.
Kingdom? I don't know. Yeah, well, it's just Jurassic Park 2, right? Lost World.
It kind of, but it
Yeah,
looks
it's
more
dinosaurs.
like a horror movie, like more scary.
I did hear
The
that.
trailers are so obnoxious.
I heard that it was more of a horror movie from.
Because the director came from a horror background and kind of
He does
influenced.
come
I
from
hope
a horror
so.
background. Yeah. I just don't know. I mean, I'm glad that Colin Trevorrow?
Yeah.
Trevorrow?
Trevorrow, I
I'm
think.
glad that he's not directing it.
But I think they did. I think they announced he's coming back to direct the third
He
one.
is- yeah.
So
well,
he'll end
you
You
his.
gotta put a nail in that coffin,
Same
I
thing
guess.
JJ did with the
Yeah.
first thing the last.
So-
No, I'm glad that it seems like such a safe bet, and I know people are like mad that he's coming back for 9, but I'm really happy. I think he did a great
No, I'm
job.
super happy.
Force Awakens is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and no, I don't think it's a safe bet. I think like he's really passionate about Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I think Colin Trevorrow directed one movie before Safety Not Guaranteed. It was a movie with Aubrey Plaza before he did Jurassic World.
Really?
Independent film, yeah. And then he
Wow.
did Jurassic World.
And then it blew up and became like one of the highest grossing films. They're like, oh yeah, this guy's good, I guess.
Oh, it made
Yeah,
over $1
he
billion.
knows what he's
and-
doing.
Yeah, you're set.
I want to know what his pitch was for 9.
I
That
wanna
was
know,
so
too.
good that it made Kathleen Kennedy hire him, and then just his scripts, just
And
not.
I want to know if
good
his pitch was based off what he knew was going to happen in episode 8. Maybe he didn't know, and it was a different pitch, and then Ryan Johnson took the story in a different direction.
Yeah, he might have changed it because I thought that it's the same way that JJ set up 7, supposedly. Well, no, he said that. JJ Abrams said
Yeah,
that.
he wrote
Mhm.
drafts for 8 and
Yeah.
9, didn't he?
And then Ryan Johnson just didn't use it. I heard that Ryan Johnson did the same thing with 9, and he might not have used it. And I know they love Ryan Johnson. Kathleen Kennedy loves Ryan Johnson.
I think I didn't put it in here, but the article said that they were considering getting Ryan Johnson to take Trevorrow's place and do episode 9.
Oh, yeah,
but
just do another one.
yeah,
well,
just
the fan
was too
backlash
tired.
for 7 was
Yeah.
pretty bad. So,
Yeah. I don't think that would happen.
Yeah.
Not now.
yeah.
I mean, I'm at a good place with 8, where I accept it, the things that I don't like, and there are things that I do like.
Mhm.
But there are some people that just won't have anything to do with Star Wars now because of it. I think that's a little.
Whatever happens,
intense.
happens, guys. Like it's canon now.
It's not going to
Yeah.
ruin Star. Nothing will ruin Star
Everyone's
Wars.
No.
like,
I
Star
know,
Wars
the
is
originals are
ruined.
still there. It's not like they went and burned every copy of the original.
Yeah.
We'll still have
If
them.
Phantom Menace didn't ruin it, then nothing will ruin it.
Exactly.
I saw we posted our solo review, or the video one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it just
one of-
dropped.
I think it was the very first comment, and it was like, "Solo, this ruins everything.
Disney ruined Star Wars. I'm never giving them money.
No, I don't think anything would have happened if Disney didn't pick up Star Wars.
No,
Right?
we wouldn't have episode 7, 8, or 9.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we wouldn't get Batu.
Exactly.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is in that new. Did you guys hear about the book
I'm
series?
excited about that
Yeah,
also.
It's for little boys, 8 to 12.
Uh-huh.
I'm
I have to watch Rebels now because I don't know who
Yeah, Rebels.
Hondo.
Oh, you have to. So
Hondo.
yeah, watch Clone Wars. I mean, if you are really invested.
I've
in it.
tried to watch Clone Wars. I couldn't really get
See, I
into
tried
it.
to watch Rebels, and it's so bad. The first season is so bad. But now I'm crying at the show.
Okay,
But I watched the first season 3 times. That's how hard it was for me to get into.
I'll
it.
just binge
There's
it.
no exposition at
Clone
all. It
Wars.
just throws you straight in.
Yeah, Clone
Okay.
Wars it was on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
It's not a kids show per se. You know, it definitely seems like it's like a tween show, or I don't really know what it was marketed for. But Rebels, like, we all know that was it was on Disney XD.
Yeah.
You know, it's a kid show. The first season is very reflective of that. Everything else is not.
Well,
It's really adult.
I haven't watched it yet, but didn't the first season like canonize Paul Rubin's Rex pilot droid?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, in Clone Wars, I just found this out. I didn't even know. In like season 1 or 2 or something, there's a Star Tours poster in the background. Of course.
I'm gonna look this up. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's on Wikipedia. I was looking for like uses of Aurebesh in writing and advertising and things, and yeah, there's a Star Tours poster.
So cool. And then now they're really throwing Batuu into the canon. It's amazing.
Yeah, new book
You know,
series.
it's
It all
already
ends
in
with Batuu.
Yeah, it was already in the Thrawn book, right? I'm sure
It's
you've
going to
read
be in the
that,
Thrawn
or-
book that comes
Thrawn,
out.
no, I have not. That's
Oh.
one of the only ones I haven't read, but that's because I didn't really know who Thrawn was. He's in the
Right.
TV shows, correct?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
in the expanded universe like 10
Yeah.
years ago or something crazy, and that was one of the books. I read the Darth Bane series, but I never read the Thrawn books. But they brought him back for Rebels, so now he's actually a part of the canon because he wasn't. He got thrown out.
Yeah.
He was, an EU book.
Mhm.
So all the expanded universe stuff got thrown out. But they're just picking and choosing
Yeah.
stuff that they want,
Awesome.
Nothing
So-
wrong with that.
I love it. Yeah.
So yeah, that's why Trevorrow was fired.
Star Wars.
Star Wars doesn't ruin you guys.
I love
it's
it.
okay.
All right, so number 3, moving on to video games, Nintendo's NES Classic Edition is coming back into stores. If you were not able to grab an NES Classic during the Retro Console's initial run, good news is that it'll be back in stock next month. Nintendo announced that the hard-to-find mini console will be available again starting on June 29th. The NES Classic, which ran for $60, and the more recently released SNES Classic, which was $80, should remain available to buy through the end of the year, Nintendo said. The NES Classic has 30 games, including some of Nintendo's most famous games like Super Mario Bros. And Donkey Kong, and the SNES Classic is a micro-sized version of the iconic Nintendo console. It comes with 21 games, including the previously unreleased Star Fox 2. Did anyone have any interest in buying this?
I have the old consoles.
Oh, so you don't need the new ones.
Yeah, I collect. If I got rid of it, I rebuy it, and if I still have it, I definitely still have. Like I still have my original PlayStation 2 and everything, so I still have my
Nice.
Nintendo. It's so boring. But
I was at a GameStop once and I saw one in stock and I was like, giddy, I should buy this before it sells out. But now I had to stop and tell myself,
You're fine now.
what?
Like you're fine now.
I'm fine.
You're still gonna
I
have
don't
it.
need it. I have I have a 3DS which has all the games already on Virtual Console. Why would I need something that I can barely pull away from the TV because how short the cords are? So
right, yeah.
I miss my 3DS so much.
I love my 3DS.
I got rid of it in college because I was poor.
That, you know what? That has happened between graduating high school and now. I can't tell you how many times I've bought and sold consoles because I needed the money.
Yeah, I remember the day I took it to GameStop. It was like a funeral procession.
Oh man.
Had to
Flushing
get rid
that
of
goldfish down the drain.
it. All my Animal Crossing friends gone.
You just gotta keep
Well, they're back. They're on your phone now, even though
Yeah,
they're
it's
I
not a
don't
good
even
game.
play it anymore.
It's there.
I've moved
They're live.
on.
She just plays Hogwarts Mystery all day.
I'm over that game already.
I'm almost done with year 2, guys.
Okay,
I'm
just
too
started
impatient. I don't want to wait.
See, I'm patient because I'll check it every once in a while, and then I'll do something, and I'll be like, oh, I should check it again.
That's the thing. If I'm waiting, I'm doing other things, and my mind just wanders, and then I forget and have to do things all over again. And I'm just like, delete. I can't do this. I'll watch YouTube videos to see the story.
Just turn on your notifications. It'll remind you.
Yeah, it reminds you when your tasks.
I don't think you realize
are
how many
almost
notifications I
over.
get from the attractions Twitter and everything.
No, me. I also get those.
Yeah.
All day long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be more on top of it, like Brittany Banks.
True.
I'll
True.
pull out
You
the
can
old
do
NES and we can play it. You'll see how boring it is.
Yeah.
I'll play the Back to the Future game. It's horrible. I don't understand what,
I've played the Telltale one.
Oh, the point and click one. Yeah, that one's pretty
What?
boring too.
It
I
is,
like
but
Telltale games, guys.
Yeah. It's just
No,
it's
yeah,
just
but that
point
one
and click.
specifically. It's good, but it's not.
The Jurassic Park one's a little cooler.
I haven't
had
played
a
that
lot more
I
fun.
really like the Walking Dead series that
Yes.
they put out. That one's
Yeah.
amazing.
But yeah, the Back to the Future NES game, it's you just run or skateboard maybe. I don't even think you're running or
Hoverboard?
fly. It doesn't even look like. No, it's in 55 I think or 85. It's horrible. It's like the little pixels.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
8-bit?
look like anything.
Or not 8-bit, but
It could be someone could plug it in and play it, and I would have no idea. It doesn't even play the music. So that's how I feel about NES. It's pretty boring. There's a Jaws game.
Oh my
I
god.
have that too. It's so hard.
A lot of those games are really hard. I remember
They're all
playing
so hard.
Aladdin and Lion King on the SNES, and I
I
remember I
haven't.
never beat them because they were so hard.
Sega Genesis, man.
I would get that though. I don't. That's one console I don't have. I would get like
The SNES Classic.
Yeah, I would get like the updated version of that.
Well, it includes the game that never got released, so it's a little
That's
enticing.
cool. Yeah, comes with games. That's fun.
Yeah. All right, so we're moving on to some theme park news. So I'm sure everyone heard that. So apparently the parade at Magic Kingdom was pretty lit last week.
Oh my god.
God.
I will leave now.
Leave.
Bye.
Doors over there. I'm taking over this podcast
Oh,
now.
here we go. All right, so yes, Maleficent Dragon catches fire during Festival of Fantasy Parade at Magic Kingdom. During the May 11th performance, the entire head of the dragon caught on fire in the Liberty Square section of the parade, but was fully extinguished. The area was immediately cleared, and there were no injuries to guests or cast members in the area, thank goodness. The Maleficent Dragon float is damaged from the incident, though it is unclear if or how this will affect the daily operation of the Festival of Fantasy Parade, which we now know that they replaced it with the gazebo float, right?
Yes, from the Rainy Day Cavalcade.
My fingers were crossed for the mirror float.
Oh, you can never kill that float. Never kill it.
Please bring out the mirror float. They did, just the gazebo.
Oh, I guess because it's just supposed to be the Sleeping Beauty portion, so they don't need the whole castle float.
I need to
It's
see
so
it.
funny.
Like, I wonder if the Thorn unit is still in it, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen any videos or photos since it.
I've only seen photos of the gazebo. No one bothers to take pictures of the rest of the Sleeping Beauty
Right.
unit, so
Right, that would
I have
be
no
weird.
idea.
The what?
The Sleeping Beauty unit.
No,
like
I'm
the
saying
thorn,
what?
The
Thorn
Thorn
Oh,
guys.
the thorn guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if they took
That'd
them
be
out
weird,
too.
right?
Because Aurora's not in that part of the parade even,
She's not
right?
even in the parade
Yeah.
at all.
But now she is.
Philip fought them.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Right.
That was like his choreography.
Right.
But he's on the float with her.
Yeah, so they probably took him
What's
out.
their choreography? Are they just dancing?
They're just like
The thorn
Oh.
stilts.
No.
waving and
The,
stuff.
Oh, Aurora and
They
Phillips.
stand on the float.
They probably
yeah.
just wave.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Smile and wave,
It was
boys.
like Philip,
The
and
music
he had
is all,
a
like,
sword, and he was like
intense.
he was like, fight the
Right,
thorn
see, that's
stilts.
what I don't understand.
We're all so curious now.
But-
someone can
Let's
just
go see the
film
parade tomorrow.
Parade.
You know how rarely I get to Magic Kingdom nowadays?
True.
Like, I just don't want to fight the, parking and getting there and the monofails and then the leaving the park, but the crowds, it's just horrendous.
Yeah,
awful.
not worth it.
I,
Well, that and now that they serve alcohol in all the restaurants
Oh,
now,
boy.
so
I didn't put that in there, but yeah.
oh yeah, just in
Yeah,
case you
that's
guys
news.
didn't know, they serve alcohol
All-
in all table service restaurants at
Wow.
Magic Kingdom.
But it's not like, it's just beer and wine, right?
It's beer and wine. I don't think it's mixed drinks.
Right.
Yeah.
Liquor. Okay.
And I think there's like 2 drink minimum, or maximum, I think.
Yeah, two
Minimum.
per
Yeah,
person.
minimum. It's a
Minimum
minimum.
two.
Yeah.
No, I've eaten at Skipper Canteen before, and I feel like they had mixed drinks, but I can't remember. I'll have to check.
But big hand to all the parade ops and cast members for handling the situation perfectly.
That was intense. That was one of the busiest work days I think I've ever had. An accidental work day.
Right.
Yeah, if you've ever worked in the theme park industry, I'm sure we all know that you hear through your training for weeks of all the stuff that never happened. You're like, that's not gonna happen.
Mhm.
Especially when like at an attraction, you're like, that's not gonna happen. So I always see those people walking along the dragon. And they have the goggles and stuff.
Yeah.
What do these people do? I was like, they're dragon technicians, right? They're probably bored. They weren't bored that day.
They did their job.
Finally, yeah. I saw him with the fire extinguisher, and so I was like, there you go. The one time. That's probably it. The one time that they'll be able to put out
Hopefully.
the dragon.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder if the fire could have gone out. I mean, they were able to get it out, but I wonder if it could have gone out quicker if the head wasn't still going up and down.
They didn't turn it off. I mean, I guess they can't or something.
No, because the parade, I guess the driver had to evacuate immediately and couldn't shut it off.
Well,
So.
what I was
Flapping and
told
stuff.
was that normally it comes straight out of the mouth, but for some reason it didn't come out of the mouth. It went through the nose and went
And
straight up. That was the information that I got.
Well,
So.
everyone's fine. We'll see what happens in the future. They still have the dragon out in Paris
It
for
doesn't
their
breathe.
parade, but they're not. But there's no fire right now. They turned it off for inspections, I hear. So
Yes.
Even though it's a completely different system from
Yeah.
what I hear also.
yeah, so
yeah.
we'll see what happens in the future. All right.
Hopefully we'll get it back because that was like the
It's
crown jewel of
impressive
that
float.
parade.
Honestly,
really
it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it was like the focal point of the parade.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. So Walt Disney World now ends Night of Joy after 35 years. I had no idea it was going on for that long.
I did some research.
Walt Disney World officially ended Night of Joy, their annual contemporary Christian music festival, after 35 years. Night of Joy started in 1983 and normally occurred in September each year at the Magic Kingdom. The festival was moved to Disney's Hollywood Studios in 2008 before going back to Magic Kingdom in 2010. Because everything that goes to studios decides they want to leave. In 2016, the festival was moved to the final home at ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex, with its final appearance in 2017 being shortened as a result of Hurricane Irma. For this year, most of the performers who have been part of Night of Joy have been added to the Eat to the Beat concert lineup for the 2018 Food and Wine Festival, including Mercy Me and Torrin Wells. In addition, the festival takes place around the same time as the former Night of Joy. Huh. I never attended the event, but I worked at Magic Kingdom during my college program 11 years ago, and I remember working the event and immediately hating it because I know a majority of the people that attended Night of Joy were very well-meaning, but some of them were just there for the free trip to Disney, and they were doing some crazy things.
Oh yeah, that always happens.
I have many stories which are not appropriate to tell here on this podcast.
Yeah.
So, did anyone ever work or attend a Night of Joy event?
I went.
How was it?
I loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was in like 8th grade or something,
Mm-hmm.
or 7th grade. It was so cool. It was at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was at Studios.
Yeah, it had like a 2-year run there.
Until I did some.
What did they use
I'm sure because they use like Beauty and the Beast and Indy for performance venues and Fantasmic,
Yes, yeah,
I think.
It's wild, but they would use the castle stage obviously for.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For Magic Kingdom.
I think it's because the reason they did that for those 2 years is because they're at the tail end of the construction for New Fantasyland, so they didn't have any room.
Okay, yeah.
So they had to move it to another park for 2 years.
Right. It was cool. I didn't watch any of the concert performances.
You just kind of walked around road rides?
We went on the rides, yeah, there was no wait.
That's
remember
great.
that's because I lived in Tampa, I just moved here it's been 5 years now, but my childhood was spent in Tampa, and we would come to Disney all the time. So I don't remember every trip. I do remember Night of Joy pretty vividly. Because it was so fun.
Yeah.
And we just ride whatever we wanted. Everyone was watching. They had huge people, They would get, at the time, it was like, I don't remember, like Toby Mac or something that was big, right? Mm-hmm. And, everyone would go. Chris Tomlin, a Christian artist, I think.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Everyone would go watch, and they're like, let's go ride the rides.
This is if I'm not mistaken, this is the end of all, like, special student activities, right? Because they already got rid of Grad Bash, if I'm not mistaken.
We haven't had...
Universal.
Not Universal. I'm talking about Disney, though.
Yeah, Disney hasn't had a grad night in, years.
So, this is the end of, these special student events. But, Universal still does Rock the Universe and
I mean, I'm pretty sure most cast members have a general dislike of student events because of how behaved some of them are.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I worked Grad Bash and Rock the Universe at Universal as at Wand Magic, roaming, which is I'm sure that FJ would be bad too, Forbidden Journey for anything, Rock the Universe or Grad Bash. Oh my gosh, or any ride. Gringotts. I worked Wand Magic at the time, so I used to work Gringotts, but any Potter attraction during that, I'm sure that's crazy. But being out in the land was nuts for Grad Bash and for Rock the Universe. But yeah, kids were kind of mean.
Yeah, they were.
I guess there were some nice kids.
No, there were. Like I said, I would say 90% were there to have a good time and enjoy it.
Pretty loud, just
it's like the ones that were
just running around and yelling,
doing drugs and other things.
Oh dear.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to some kid fun stuff. The Lego Movie World is coming to Legoland Florida Resort in spring 2019. So Legoland Florida has unveiled its biggest news and largest investment since the theme park opened in 2011. The Lego Movie World will premiere in spring 2019 at the theme park built for kids. Lego Movie World will place guests right in the middle of Bricksburg, the city where Emmett lives in the Lego movie. It will feature 3 new rides, character meet and greets, and a giant themed playscape in the area of the park currently occupied by the world of Chima. The interactive boat ride, The Quest for Chi, will be completely transformed and will offer guests a new experience when it reopens as a key attraction in the Lego Movie World in spring 2019. Guests are invited to experience the current attraction a final time before it closes on May 29th. I am all about this, because Chima, who the heck even knows what Chima is anymore?
What is Chima?
I don't even think I went to that area when I went to Legoland.
No, I never. I rode the ride once at the opening, and I was like, never again. I got too wet. I'm not.
Really?
You get soaked on that thing.
There's no way to escape it.
Because Pirates of the Caribbean already gives me anxiety. I don't.
No, well, this one is a boat ride where you're literally shooting water guns at people, and
No, thank you.
Aren't they still? They're keeping the water ride. It's still
Yeah.
going to be Lego Movie water ride.
yes.
No, thank you.
Well,
I'm good.
at least
But-
you'll have the land.
I'm interested to see what the other attractions are going to be in this
Right.
playground. I'm sure my kids are going to love that. And Lego Movie is, I think it's an excellent movie. It's one of my favorite movies.
Fantastic.
I love it. And the sequel's coming out, I think, next year too. So it's going to be a great tie-in for that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see how they do with this.
Good promo.
Very good promo.
I wish that Disney would follow the rule of like 3 rides in a new land. That'd be nice.
Man, Legoland really is like beating everybody with the amount of stuff that they're putting in.
It really is. Like they have an investment, like something new every year.
Yeah, it's nuts. I keep hearing all kinds of stuff. I mean, I don't really know what it is half the time, but I'm like, yeah, cool, Lego stuff.
Ninjago.
Yeah, I'm like,
Ninja-
whatever that
Whoa.
is. That sounds cool.
But it's a fun ride.
Yeah, no,
Stuff
yeah,
in the
definitely.
parks. Yeah.
No, like Legoland is like my second favorite park. Hollywood Studios will always be my baby, but Legoland, I love that park to death just because I have so much fun every time I go with my kids. Like my oldest daughter Spencer loves that place, and it's always such a fun time every time we go. So I highly recommend it for anyone with kids for sure. And even if you're like a Lego fan, if you're our age and you love Legos, go there. So much to see.
I think the Lego Movie itself obviously draws a little bit more of a crowd than even
This will attract people.
like Ninjago, like ninjas, cool.
Yeah.
It's
But
like for
yeah.
kids. It's
Yeah,
like
but-
for little boys. Lego Movie is like for everybody. Everyone loves Lego.
And this will be the first Legoland to ever have a Lego Movie
yeah.
world. So this will be a big deal for Legoland next year for sure.
I need Lego Batman to happen next, please.
You're gonna talk to Six Flags about
I
that.
know.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, they
do
have
have
the
Star
vi-
Wars Miniland.
Yeah, they have that, and they have a video game section in the interactive zone of Legoland that has Lego DC and Batman stuff. So, but it's just the video games.
Potentially.
Maybe. Yeah,
Potentially.
Let's do it. I would love that Lego Batman.
I doubt we'd get anything Lego Harry Potter though.
yeah, probably not.
All right, number 7, Coca-Cola Orlando Eye is now rebranded as Icon Orlando. iDrive360 announced that the Coca-Cola Orlando Eye has been officially renamed and rebranded as the Icon Orlando. And the whole iDrive360 complex has also been changed to Icon Orlando 360. It'll be adding several new experiences in the coming months to celebrate the name change, including a brand new iconic annual pass, some private party capsules, iconic every night nightly light show, and a few more things. Now, for those guests who still have original Awesomer passes that included Madame Tussauds, Sea Life, and Legoland alongside the former Coca-Cola Orlando Eye, their passes will still be honored until the expiration date. Any unused tickets will also be honored until they expire.
What?
I got my
So
Awesomer
we-
pass right here.
Awesomer pass?
Yeah,
This was
Awesomer
another
pass.
investigative
There's the
thing.
Brick Pass, Awesome,
Awesome.
Awesomer, and
It's got your
Awesomest.
little picture on it, too. Oh, it's a Merlin pass.
Yeah.
Okay. that
So,
makes
yeah,
sense.
it's just like another third name change in like 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are still going to call it the Orlando Eye.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, obviously. I mean, just the Orlando Icon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. Well, it won't be red every night.
No,
Oh my gosh.
we'll have a new lighting scheme.
Yeah, I live down the street from it. I have to drive by it I used to drive by
You
it
can
every
see it.
single night
It used to
coming back
be-
from Universal. It was red
Yeah.
every night after the Coca-Cola thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was so annoying. I was like, man, I know this thing can be any color it wants to, yet it's red.
Well, now it'll have a nightly like light show with music. So
I saw it the other night when we were like driving back
It's not red
from
anymore.
somewhere. Yeah, they were doing the light show at
Nice.
night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh really? Like practicing it or?
I mean, I guess it's already started because the branding
Really?
has already switched over. Because
Yeah.
when Banks and I were there for the Madame Tussauds thing, we did a little investigative journalisming, and we're asking around why the name was changed on everything, and no one would answer our questions.
they were dodging
Wow.
our questions. Like the ticket area already had Icon Orlando up there,
Yeah.
but
But that
the
wasn't
TV.
announced yet.
No,
No.
it was announced like literally
When we got
10 minutes
home.
after we left.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Put it all up. They put all the branding stuff up.
They
Yeah.
changed all the branding in the queue. All of the Coca-Cola stuff was on sale, like marked down super low.
Wow. I
The
might
only
go buy
Coca-
some Coca-Cola stuff.
do it. The only Coca-Cola thing that was there when we were investigating was on the TV screens. It still had the logo on it. So we go up to a manager and we're like, "Hey, so what's going on? Is the name changed from Coca-Cola Orlando Eye?" He like stares at us for 5 seconds, looks at the TV screen, and goes, "No. See right there, it still says Coca-Cola Orlando Eye." And we're like, "Okay, thank you."
Sure.
It was
Sure,
insane.
Jim.
It was like,
That's
why?
why,
What's the secrecy about?
That's how I tell holidays and events is the Orlando Eye. If you haven't seen the things that they do for like special stuff, I'm always like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, it's St. Patrick's Day. It'll be green. They stopped doing it. I guess they still did that when it was Coke.
Yeah, they still do
It was
that.
always red. But
I'm
I mean,
I'm
Because
wondering.
they did stuff for like World Autism Day, and like there was for like the Orlando soccer team, they would change it to purple. And
I would assume they're still going to do that. I mean, I'll find out. We're going to a VIP thing on Thursday to officially announce it and stuff. So yes, bougie. So well, I'll ask some people there to see if they'll still do special light packages and
yeah,
things.
that's how I know what's going on in town.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, there's a soccer game tonight. There's a
It's purple. Yeah,
it's purple.
exactly. I just don't. I don't think it deserves it, or not deserves. I don't think it really needs its own annual pass because it was great to have it included with this pass to get into everything.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But I mean, you ride it once, you don't need an annual pass to come back over and over. It was just cool to have it part of the Awesomer pass.
If they added something else to it, like
The-
an arcade,
the one thing that I saw-
something,
the one thing that I saw that was on it is that you also, because you know how they take your photo,
yeah.
you get those photos for free now.
Ooh,
They
I can
also
get a
have-
bunch of photos.
You can get like a VIP like bucket, and it has a bartender and drinks in
yes.
it, and you can go one rotation, or you can pay more and do 2 rotations, but you can like drink and stuff in the thing. But
And party.
that's not really a whole lot of. That sounds like
You
guys
used to
in
get
suits.
Free Coca-Cola.
No more.
So-
no more free Coke.
I never got one of those buckets either. I was mad.
Oh.
Well, you had to get the red
The
the red capsule. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Never
just
did.
came back. I don't, where was it? Gosh.
Oh, so the
one of our
Skyview?
stops. No, before there was a Skyview was a big dome with a observation thing on it. But we also we were somewhere in Europe. Wow, I cannot remember where, but there was a Ferris wheel, and one of the capsules was a sauna.
That's cool.
Like I saw a family
Oh.
getting in their bathing suits, and then like we were talking to the dude who worked at the Ferris wheel, and he was like, "Yeah, sometimes people go in without their clothes,
Oh.
and it's in
okay.
full view. Everyone can see in,
Oh, wow.
like, but it's a sauna.
I guess.
Yeah,
They're a bit more relaxed out there.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But and then another one was like a bar, like you said. But
Interesting.
I don't know. If I think of where it is, I'll probably just interject. Be like, I remember.
I mean, I agree with you. I think I don't really see the point in offering an annual pass just for the eye. It seemed more convenient to have the other attractions included with
Agreed.
it.
Agreed. We'll see what happens in the future here with that. All right, so moving over to the other side of the country, Universal, or I almost said
Not
Orlando. Universal Studios Hollywood is going to be closing and retheming Jurassic Park the Ride to Jurassic World. The countdown to extinction for Jurassic Park the
I wrote
Ride
that. Don't boo.
has
That was
begun.
there for us.
Yeah.
They all have videos saying stuff.
Yeah, but I left it in because it was tragically funny.
Yep.
Good.
It was announced that the ride will be closed to make way for Jurassic World the Ride, which will open in 2019. Jurassic Park the Ride will officially close at Universal Studios Hollywood on September 3rd, 2018. The ride originally opened at the park in 1996 and was considered an unprecedented advancement in the world of attractions. The new ride, once opened, will pay homage to Jurassic Park and will be a reimagining of the film franchise for park guests. The Jurassic Cove restaurant, as well as the Jurassic Outfitters retail store, will close with the attraction and reopen with new experience in 2019. The next generation thrill attraction will introduce never-before-seen dinosaurs, enhanced storytelling, scenic design, a new color scheme, and state-of-the-art technology.
How do you feel,
Okay.
guys? Let's
All
hear
right.
it.
Well, wait. What is Jurassic World if not an homage to Jurassic Park?
I know, right?
Like what does that even mean?
Here's my thing with it. The ride has both their version and our version has desperately needed updates, especially to the animatronics and a lot of the effects on there. I don't see the need of a retheme. I mean, I know why they're doing it because they have the movies that are coming out and they're insanely popular, but I just think a good old-fashioned, like, really go in there and rework the animatronics and bring in new state-of-the-art animatronics that are not 1996 animatronics. I think that would be a better thing, and keep it Jurassic Park.
How do you feel? I know you have feelings.
Yeah, this is a horrible decision. And you know what's funny? It says new color scheme. That just means gray and blue.
Yeah.
Which is ugly.
Yeah.
So that's
I love
that's
blue.
a stupid point.
Blue will probably be part of the ride.
Blue,
Oh, that's not what I meant.
Oh.
But okay.
I know.
I
know.
don't dislike
Also.
the color blue, but the Jurassic World color scheme overall is so boring.
It's so
And
modern.
As a designer,
It's modern and
it bores me. And Jurassic Park was so interesting, and the explorers were interesting. The colors on them were incredible. The champagne gold and the red of the Jeeps was incredible. Everything about the branding, like design-wise, Jurassic Park, it's beautiful. And it's iconic, and that's the thing that
true.
bothers me.
Yeah.
Is that Jurassic Park, the film, is iconic, and its longevity is just, it's it's timeless.
Yeah.
That'll never fade. Jurassic World is like, I don't know, it's like a trend. It's a very Disney thing to do, in my opinion, because it's like, oh God, what's hot right now?
Right.
Make it. I don't
Right.
care. That's what Disney does all the time.
Right.
They're like, oh geez,
Buy
put it in the
it.
park.
No, sell it.
Yeah. They're like, find a character and throw them in a dance party, whatever. Because they just want, they gotta get out.
Yeah,
That's what they're
exactly.
doing with this. I mean, it's hysterical that they have space next to where they had space next to Jurassic Park, and they put Kong there, and that was lackluster. I mean, I guess in your opinion, some people like the ride, but
In comparison to maybe Fast and Furious, it's
what's
amazing.
the difference?
Yeah.
But I thought they were going to put a Jurassic World ride there, which would have
I
made
thought
sense.
so.
That would have
Too.
been I remember when it was under construction and not announced. Everyone was like, "That's what it is. It has to be."
It
But
opened the same year that Jurassic World came out.
Well, I'm still hearing rumors that we may get in a Jurassic World attraction, but it would take probably the place of like Camp Jurassic and the Pterodon Flyer area.
Oh yeah, I keep hearing that too. Yeah, stuff's definitely going to come. I think it's so much more complex of an overlay for our area.
Yeah, because we have an entire land.
Especially considering that the Discovery Center doesn't exist in Jurassic World. It's abandoned.
what is it? They'll change it to the Innovation Center.
Yeah,
Honestly-
that big mountain thing looks like Space Mountain.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it shoots out the big beam on top.
Whatever, that'd be cool. I mean,
It would
put it
look
in the
cool.
new park that hasn't been announced yet. It's not happening. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
One day maybe they'll
Yeah.
announce that, and maybe Jurassic World will go there.
But at least for the time being, we still have the OG Jurassic Park
We have
ride.
ours, and I think it should stay though.
I do too. I'm excited to see new dinosaurs and new animatronics and like see Blue and see the Adonis Rex. But the story where they're saying because the T-Rex at the end of their ride they're still going to be there.
It's staying, yeah.
But I'm sure they'll probably update it to make it look like the T-Rex in Jurassic World with the scars and things like that.
Oh, that's true.
It's the same T-Rex.
Yeah, it's the same
T-Rex
exact-
in Jurassic Park lives on
Yeah,
these
yeah.
little people are, and then it gets out at the end of the movie. So that works with the story of the attraction.
But then they're saying like the new story, instead of the T-Rex trying to eat you, it's saving you from the Indominus Rex.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Wait, so they're adding the Indominus Rex to the end scene?
I think so.
That's gonna be weird. Where are they gonna put it?
Here's my assumption. Because the T-Rex appears twice in Hollywood's because you know how when
That's
you're rounding
true.
the curve it comes down from the top.
Oh.
I bet you that's where they're going to put the Indominus Rex.
Yeah, and then it'll be like, "I saved you." No.
Yes, it's going to talk.
I saved you, Chomp.
Yeah, it's just interesting story-wise. It's weird to. I don't know if I've ever seen. I mean, we've seen some pretty bad stuff as far as attraction closures. I guess probably being Horizons is like the amount of effort that was put into something
And great movie ride.
Yeah, great movie ride, and it's just like, oh my god, what, does this really happen? Like,
It was
you
the
really
first time
did
I ever
this?
met you. Great movie ride closing.
Yeah, I was probably crying.
Yeah, you
I
were.
cried through I cried through the
And then I said I was looking forward to Mickey's, and you got mad.
Yeah, I probably did. Like they in Jurassic Park, there's a whole documentary on it. It's on YouTube. Go
Yeah.
watch it on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
Go
the
watch
making of
docu-
Jurassic Park the Ride.
Making of Jurassic Park the Ride. Steven Spielberg said, "I hope this isn't more successful than the movie." He was worried about the ride being.
They started work on that ride before the movie even came
Before the
out.
movie
They were
started,
that
yeah.
like they knew that was going to be that big of a hit.
And at the time, I think it was the most expensive theme park attraction ever.
Mhm.
And then they're just gonna retheme it. That's why I was so mad. It seems really silly, right?
Yeah, oh no, it doesn't seem silly at all. But
it's a standalone attraction, so I get it. It's such an easy target. They're like, oh well, we don't have a.
it's like, oh, well, it had a good 22-year run. We can.
Sure, it's down that lower lot there, and they can just do whatever they want with it. It's just isolated, and they're probably looking at our Jurassic Park area, and they're like, oh, jeez.
How we're gonna do
What do we
this?
do
It's
here?
gonna be a pain.
Well, I remember
Wall
when
City.
Jurassic World did come out and Kong was under construction.
Yeah.
They did retheme the restaurant there.
Yeah, they put banners up. And
Yeah, and they had like it looked like maybe like the gyrosphere boarding whatever area or something.
Yeah.
Because they had like the ads like, oh, you can see a dinosaur that looks like this, and you'll be in the gyrosphere.
Yeah, which is so interesting because I know that the story for the area is really loose, and that they kind of play like a novel thing based off
yeah.
the book and not entirely the film.
Well, Kong ruined that. Because
Yeah,
it's not,
Kong
the
did
whole park
ruin
was
that.
books and Kong is not.
Yeah, right. But yeah, it shouldn't exist. Like Jurassic World shouldn't exist. I was like, oh, they're not going to put it in because Jurassic World doesn't exist if Jurassic Park never failed, right? But then they did. They put those banners and things up.
Well, it's not the same island. Aren't you supposed to be on Isla Adventura or something?
Yeah, it's like a whole new island apparently from the backstory.
Oh, right. In
For
Islands of
ours,
Adventure.
yeah.
Yeah, right. But if Jurassic Park failed, we assumed that
Yeah.
that would have, that the whole system would have failed.
I used to have the VHS that like described all the lands.
Yeah, that's on YouTube too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
It's kind of hard to find, but yeah, it's on there.
I'm just worried that now they'll probably put Jimmy Fallon in the queue.
Oh, I saw you tweeting about that. Yeah. Oh, they're
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now Hollywood.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
they've already had Jimmy Fallon because of he's a host of
He's
studio
in-
tour.
Yeah, so they would just get him to come back and he would be the host of the Jars.
I mean,
You're right.
I don't mind like a cameo, but
Don't have him be the thing you have to see in the queue the whole time you're waiting.
They're gonna
Two
have
Jimmy
to-
Fallons is enough for me.
well, they
One
don't
Jimmy
have one in their park.
No, they do.
Do they?
He's the host of their studio tour.
You're right. Never mind.
The whole like 45-minute long studio tour. It's
You're right. I remember
It's
now.
cool.
I know. I've been on it.
It's really old
Yeah.
though. Jimmy Fallon. It's from
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah, before he even took over the Tonight Show.
Oh,
Yeah, when it was just the Jimmy Fallon show. He had his own thing. But hey, who's going to narrate the attraction if they're going to have to get... It's Richard Kiley from the film, which is super cool. Are they going to redo it? And Richard Kiley died a while back.
I don't
So
know.
he can't record new audio.
For wait, what attraction?
Jurassic Park.
Well,
the-
it'd be Jurassic.
Wait, who?
Richard Kiley, the narration. He does the actual movie
Oh.
and the Explorers, and he does the ride.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Because they got Richard Attenborough to do it in the Q video.
That's what I thought you were talking about, Richard Attenborough. I was like, wait,
If-
Richard? No.
John Hammond.
Oh,
It'd have to
yeah.
be Jimmy
the
Fallon
narrator.
one.
Yeah, the narrator. They're like, time.
Yes,
Ever-flowing
it's gonna be
river.
Jimmy Fallon.
It has to be because if they use the same guy from the movie, oh gosh!
And they
Huh.
can't just get Richard Kiley to do Jurassic World stuff because
I hope the dinosaurs attack quicker than they used to.
I just hope
Alright.
they fix some of their necks because like sometimes
Oh, when
get
they like
so,
gobble.
like wrinkled, and then sometimes they're like up really high and you can like see their like stuff underneath like the wires and things. It's
they're really
gross.
outdated, yeah.
All right, so the final news item this week is over there at Universal Hollywood. So I don't know if anyone saw on Huffington Post a HuffPost personal story that someone wrote about being kicked off the Harry Potter ride for being too fat.
I was gonna find a gif of like someone like going like this and like rolling up their sleeves and like
So I didn't want to like copy everything. It's a whole personal story. This I'm not going to name the person, but she wrote a whole thing about the experience, and she basically got turned away from being too fat to ride Harry Potter. She didn't get the 3 clicks. She felt embarrassed, and she's now blaming Universal for being sizist and fat shaming people. And she personally calls me out in the article, which I was not expecting.
she called you that man, which
I-
made me really mad.
Here's the quote. I did put this one down. Here's the quote, because this happened at Universal in Hollywood. They don't have the same modified seating that we do
They
here in
don't?
Orlando. For some reason, they don't have it there.
Huh.
So she says, quote, at Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida, the locking mechanisms on the Hogwarts ride were adjusted in 2010 to safely accommodate bigger bodies, but not before this man, with a link to an Attractions Magazine article about me, was inspired, quote, to lose weight so he could be allowed to board. That's wrong. Exclusion and shame are not motivational techniques. They are forms of bullying. Exclusion makes me, a logical and educated person, believe that I'm at fault for not fitting into this ride instead of recognizing that rides should accommodate all people's bodies. So not only did she say I was wrong, she also said I'm not educated.
You're stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
This
that's,
stupid, awful man
yeah.
was inspired. Quote.
Quote. Yes. So I have thoughts. I've been thinking a lot because this is almost a week ago that this article came out, and I've been thinking a lot about it. And I'm not gonna attack her. I'm above that. I'm not gonna stoop to her level and start attacking people. In some ways, really thinking about it, I understand her point because it's exactly how I felt when I first got turned away. Because that was the first time in my life I'd ever been told I'm too fat to ride a ride, and I was heartbroken. But I took a breath and I was like, all right, let's take a look. Why this happened? okay, there's the safety things. Rides always have safety issues that can't. Sometimes people size can't fit. It's my fault. I know I'm an overweight person. I know it's my fault. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to lose weight. And I did, and I lost enough weight, and I fit on it at the end of the summer. So, and it still happens to this day to me, because I just went to Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City, and I got turned away because I couldn't fit on that ride. So even to this day, I'm still dealing with this. But I never blame anyone, because it's not their fault. They're building these rides with safety first. And sometimes that means harnesses have to be a little bit more snug than others. And I know I understand, because like some parks, especially Disney does a great job with their harnesses and getting people of all sizes to be able to fit. I've not had a problem at Disney once, except for Avatar, the first time I tried it. But then I figured out how to adjust myself, and I've never had a problem since. But yeah, it's just this is exactly what I was afraid of when I first started doing this 8 years ago, was that people would eventually start blaming the park for these kind of things. I was trying not to let that happen with my journey. And unfortunately, still to this day, people think that, they're wrong.
Right. Well, I mean, I think certain people will do anything to not accept fault for things.
Yeah.
And they can blame something else.
And she posted like a photo of her drinking a beer and eating a churro after being rejected. I'm like, that's not helping.
The churro was being used as a straw.
Oh, I didn't notice that. So it's like that doesn't help.
Told them, haha.
Yeah, and she even says, quote, because about the whole safety issue, she even says, quote, while safety is often the given reason that fat people are excluded, it's clear to us that companies are actually just keeping the general public safe from our fatness.
No, that's
No.
wrong.
They're keeping you safe.
Yeah.
I mean, you both
Yeah.
worked
Like
in
you-
attractions. You can
Yep,
probably
I
give
worked
some
at
great insight.
Gringotts for 4 months or something, and we had to turn people away every other ride vehicle. Probably.
Yeah, I can ride Gringotts, but I can only sit in the back row because it gives me the most leg room.
And you know what? It's developing these attractions with a generalization of a human, which is so hard to do because everyone is such a different shape.
Mm-hmm.
And especially on Gringotts specifically, and this isn't Forbidden Journey, but they have these shin things. It doesn't matter if you're overweight or not, you still might not fit. It has nothing to do on that attraction. I mean, I think it's kind of the same with Forbidden Journey because the height thing was a big deal. There's a specific seat in the middle of the very back row, the second ride vehicle on Gringotts. Mm-hmm. That's where you have to put people that are over 6'4". If you're over that height, you have to sit there. If you're taller, if you're like 7 foot, you just can't ride.
Yeah.
It's
never necessarily a fat issue. It's just tall people, or I have sometimes it's not a stomach issue for me. I'm tall and I have broad shoulders. So especially on Forbidden Journey, those broad shoulders
Definitely
don't help.
Yeah, they make these little pod things, that each person goes in, and they have to they make them. I don't know who Intamin makes Gringotts. I think
I don't remember. I don't know the
remember
name
who
right
made
manufacturers.
But
Kuka?
And that's also the
Kuka
thing.
arms.
they are Kuka arms, yeah.
That's the thing. Like if you were to even try and place blame on anyone, it wouldn't be the park itself. It would be the people who made the rides. They can do a better job of making things a little bit bigger, but they do the best job they can because they're making things the way that are safe.
Right. Yeah. There's so many things to consider. I always just kind of roll my eyes at these kinds of things when people get mad or whatever, and like, oh, wow, it's not my fault. I'm like, yeah, but there's just a lot of things to consider in this situation, especially when you work at attractions and we had to deal with this stuff really personally. You have to walk them off, and a lot of the times I would have to stand there and talk to them, and sometimes people would be really upset.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I would always.
I was on the verge of tears.
Yeah, it's horrifying. I mean, we had to tell dads.
Especially after they've waited in 45 plus lines, especially at Forbidden Journey.
Yeah, when you work at a Potter ride,
Long.
So it's hard, but there's plenty of people who came and they just had big legs or tall legs, long legs, wide legs, and they weren't overweight at all, but they just couldn't fit.
Yeah.
And I was like, listen, it's not you. The guy was like, oh, what am I? Am I too fat? This guy got aggressive. I was like, no, you're not. You're really not. I was like, you're not fat. You're not fat. It's just the shin guard things.
Yeah,
They can make one size, and they have to make a million of this one size shin guard, and that's maybe it should be a little one size fits all, a little better.
Yeah.
But
that's just something in the future. Can only tell how manufacturers are going to make rides in the future, and it's I'm not mad at her. Not at all. Like I understand, her frustration. She comes probably from she doesn't know much about the behind the scenes of theme parks and how things are built. So, she just I think she could have worded things better for sure. She really went defensive and attacked a lot of people, from me to the ride ops to Universal themselves. She could have been nicer about that, but at the same time, I'm just gonna say, like, I love you. Please find peace. As I knock my water over, please find peace. I hope that you're able to figure things out for yourself, and thank you for generating some clicks for us on our website. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Also, I want to know how she, what is she a fan of attractions?
No, I don't.
Did she just Google man gets kicked off of Hogwarts?
I guarantee you she just Googled weight restrictions or fat people Harry Potter, because my blog and story come up like the first clicks. So I'm sure.
And Banks, I mean, you were already involved with attractions at that point, but
I wasn't.
You weren't at all?
No, when that happened in 2010, I was working for another website. I didn't start volunteering and helping Matt until late 2010.
Okay, I thought at that point you had already done the Christmas video.
No.
All right, well, then that if this hadn't have happened in a roundabout way, you wouldn't be here today.
No, because that's how I initially met your dad, Matt.
Wow,
was
yeah.
Him writing the story about me. In fact, when the day that I was able to fit on the ride, Matt was the first person I texted. I said, "Hey, I know you want an article about me. I want you to have the exclusive. I fit on it." So that's how I kind of.
Here we are.
And here we are today. So yeah, good things that come out of horrible situations. All right, so let's move on. We got Didi's Get Hype news.
Get Hype news.
Is that Didi?
I tried my best.
Of course, Didi is obviously not here right now. He and Mike are in Disneyland, but they did send a recording to play for you guys right now, so let's take a listen.
What's up, everybody? Mike and Didi reporting here live, sort of, from Disneyland in California. Let's see, this is our first day here at the parks. First day. We're at Disneyland right now. It's about, what time is it now? 4 p.m. California time? 7 p.m. Eastern Pacific Standard Time. I think that's the most difficult part, is trying to get used to that 3-hour change. But we had a great time so far. Easily, favorite ride so far is Hyperspace Mountain. Indiana Jones for you? Yeah. Banks, we hope that you're doing a great job with the podcast.
I'm not.
I have no doubts that you are. Brittani and Tori, maybe not so much.
Oh, Tori's sick.
Probably,
Stay in California.
But Brittani, of course, Pinky's up for you. We apologize. Blue Bayou was the truth. Fire. Had that Monte Cristo. Oh my God. Man. Boy, I regret not getting that. You had the lamb, right? The lamb. It was good, but man, that Monte Cristo boy. Oh, I can't believe it. The one surprise so far is Matterhorn. I'm not a fan. Oh, I'm gonna feel that tomorrow. And we're still here till midnight. Trying midnight anyway. Trying to do as much as we can. We'll talk more next week about everything. We're going to put you back in the great hands of Mr. Banks Lee. For now, from the Good Brothers, Too Sweet. Get hype. Woo!
All right. So they're having fun out there. Yeah. So Tori was supposed to be here this week, but she got really sick, so Quinn's filling in for her.
Hello. I mean, I've been here, but...
Obviously, they sent us that recording before they went to Disney California Adventure, but it sounds like they're having a lot of fun. I'm loving following their posts. I love the Pinky photo they sent.
Right? Well, I asked them for it, and then he was like, "Great minds, see what I just tweeted you." It was a picture.
I've not yet eaten a Blue Bayou.
I haven't either. Actually, maybe I have, but it would have been like the first time I ever went, and I was small.
It's very good, but the Carthay Circle opened.
I did eat there.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Much nicer, much better food. Yeah.
But it's not in Pirates, so...
It's not in Pirates, right? That's
What's the point?
Yeah. Oh, man, I love that so much more, because it's like, I just love the Walt Disney history and stuff, and historical buildings.
Oh, yeah.
So it's cool that it's a recreation of a building that was torn down, and man, they tell you the history of it. We had
our waiter was amazing. He was so passionate about it, told us everything was super nice.
So
I just remember that I had
we gave him a killer tip.
I think I had mac and cheese of some sort, like gourmet mac and cheese or something.
Gourmet mac and cheese.
We had a salmon thing, and then a gingerbread creme brulee, something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
I don't even remember. It was so good, though.
All right, so let's get moving on to topic of the show.
Is that what TOTS stands for?
Get those 90s tats.
Yes, so as
You're
Brittany
welcome.
alluded to perfectly, the topic of the show this week is all about the 90s because I was born in 86. The 90s were my childhood. And I'm a huge theme song fanatic. Like, I love theme songs. And so I wanted to play a game with our guests today. Guess that 90s theme song.
Okay.
So this is going to range from, like, Nickelodeon to sitcoms to game shows. So there's going to be a lot of different things. So
Okay.
Disclaimer, I was born in 99.
so this may be
So
a bit
you're
of a
going
challenge.
to lose.
That's the 90s.
So how does this work? If we know it, do we just yell it out, or do we?
Yes,
like,
I
buzz
just
in?
say it. I will keep it in there out, and I'll see who says it first.
Okay.
I don't know, should we raise our hands and I'll call upon you so we don't have people talking over each other?
I see. I feel like, what if we raise our hands at the same time?
We should have some. We should have got these little buzzers, you know.
You see, that's a production and like budget, and we don't have that.
We don't have production or budget.
Exactly. All right, so let's go ahead and get started
I'll
here.
just yell it out.
I can't show you my phone because the names of the songs are on here, but we'll start it off, I think, fairly easy. There you go.
All right.
Tailspin, one for Josh.
Put a little ticker at the bottom, like ding.
When I walked in here today, through Give Kids the World a little bit, I heard DuckTales was playing outside.
Yeah, when I got here, they were playing. Adventures of the Gummy Bears.
They knew.
Oh,
like
knew.
90s
Gummy bears.
Gummy bears.
Oh, my goodness.
Gummy Bears.
Yeah, I used to be at Disneyland.
All right, so next one here. This one may be a little obscure. We'll let the lyrics come.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's a jam though.
Some of this show was filmed at Disney MGM Studios.
Oh yeah.
That's a hint.
Is it the dinosaur
No.
show? No, okay. I don't know. I just
You might get it.
What's it called? Adventure in Wonderland.
He got it.
Woo!
Adventures in Wonderland.
I don't know.
I got
It
it.
was an old Disney Channel show. The exterior house was on the backlot tour that they used, and it was Alice, a contemporary version of Alice in Wonderland, where Alice would go through a mirror every episode and have shenanigans with the people of Wonderland.
I just guessed because it said it in the song.
Exactly. Some of
So-
these,
Cheating!
some of these will have the names of them in the songs if you don't get it by then. So,
Okay.
all right.
I'm not gonna lose this time.
I
Are
wanna
you not
watch
going to
that
lose on
now.
this one?
I hope
All
not.
right, this was a I wouldn't say it was a game show, but it was a variety show.
Don't even give us a category. You gotta.
Everyone dancing
know
along.
it.
You know this?
Wait. Is it America's Funniest Home Videos?
Got it.
Oh my god.
He got it. The Bob Saget version, the
See, I'm
version
just
of
waiting
it.
for like Finders Keepers or like.
There'll be some Nickelodeon stuff.
Wow.
I'm not gonna say
I'm,
what.
I'm winning.
Yeah, 2-1. Brittany,
just
what's
guessing.
I just, listen.
What?
I
Just guessing based off the context.
yeah,
No, no, no,
your-
I know,
your
I knew that
context
one.
guessing.
Okay.
I knew that one.
Love
I,
it.
It must have been a
There's
reruns
one
or something.
Yeah.
All right, here's the next one.
Disney sing along songs.
Brittany's on the board.
Because we had them on VHS in our apartment.
Oh.
It's not technically a TV show, but it was 90s and a big part of my life. So,
Oh yeah.
all right, this next one, this is gonna be, everyone should be able to get this. Here we go. On the first, second.
Nope.
No?
I have to write it down.
Let me know if you want a hint.
Or we're allowed to do that? Okay.
Hint.
Hints.
This show was recently announced to be revived this
Is
summer.
it the temple?
No.
Okay.
Double Dare.
Alright.
I don't know. Really?
Double
It's getting
Dare.
revived?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Woo!
it's coming back this
The
summer.
host
I keep
is,
wooing
but-
into the mic.
They're,
I'm sorry.
they're doing auditions for a new host, so it won't be Mark Summers, but I hear that he may come back and make appearances. So.
I would hope.
All right.
Try to stop
See, I
wooing
grew up
directly
on
into the
Double
mic.
Dare 2000 because I was too
yeah,
little
right.
to watch the original Double Dare.
Also, can I say how upset I am that I can't audition for the new Double Dare?
Why?
because they want kids ages like 4 to 12.
Oh, well, I can't
you
audition
can-
for it either.
Just
Well, not 4 to 12, 6 to 12.
I'll
6 to
go
12.
over there. I'll grab the Infinity Gauntlet and use the Time Stone.
Revert my age.
Yeah.
All right. So, and they also want like families, but my kids are not old enough yet. So
Well, hopefully
Thanks a
it'll
lot,
still be in
Spencer.
syndication by the time Spencer returns.
How is that?
2
how is that
years,
hurt?
right?
I
1
know.
year?
I'm just kidding.
2 years, 1 year? Till she's 6?
2 years.
Okay, well, 2 years. Hopefully it makes it to season 3.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm just upset it's not going to be filmed here at Universal
Yeah.
like
Right?
it was in
That's
the day.
lame.
Yeah.
That'll be. But they are getting ready to film Deal or No Deal here at
I wrote
Universal.
about that today, yeah.
I might go audition for it. I don't know.
They have auditions on Saturday.
And you can also audition online if I
Yeah.
don't feel like getting up and waiting in line. So, all right, next one. I'm not sure how many are going to get this one. This was a sitcom on ABC.
I have no idea.
Mm.
I clearly didn't watch enough TV.
I'm not gonna get this one.
All right, but
Rocks?
no.
No.
I will. I'll say you the hint because this hint you'll get immediately, hopefully. The guy who starred in this show and whose namesake the show was currently hosts The Price Is Right.
Jim Carrey? The Jim Carrey show?
The Jim Carrey.
Drew.
Drew Carey. Drew
Yes,
Carey.
there you go. The Drew Carey
I
Show.
don't watch Price.
Oh, leave.
I know what it is. I've seen it.
All right. Moving on here. What's the
Well,
score?
that's
What we got here? You got that one. So it's 2 all around,
Two,
I
I
believe.
guess, technically.
2 all. 2 all. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I thought I was losing already.
I'm ending the podcast right now if no one gets this within the first few seconds.
Oh,
No, you're
God.
not.
I get high expectations for it. Let's start this.
There it is.
Okay.
You're winning.
All right. So I'm also threw in a few credit songs here, so you're not gonna hear any lyrics, but you might be able to get it based on the beat.
Is it a cartoon?
It is a cartoon.
Okay.
Disney Afternoon, just like DuckTales.
The
Chippendale Rescue.
It is.
say that.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
that's too
Stop
bad.
winning.
4 for Josh. All right. The next one was a sitcom.
Family Matters.
That's it.
Oh, this is such a good one.
We'll let it play a little bit. This day and age.
I recognize it.
In case there's copyright, we're going to end it right there.
Don't
Yeah.
want to get flagged.
All right. So another one I'm hoping people know immediately.
Full House.
Oh, wow.
that
Just
one
the
too.
Oz.
I loved Full House. I hate Fuller House. That's my
Oh, I
statement.
kind of like Fuller House.
No,
Yeah.
Fuller House can go die in a hole.
Play the full version, and if you can sing the bridge that's cut out of the TV show, then you're good. You get the point. Yeah, so it was only in season 1, but they played it on TV. Do you know that?
No,
I don't have that version on.
Well, then yeah, then you have to take half that point with me.
No.
Nope.
Okay, fine, you can keep it.
I got to see Jesse play that one song from it.
I'm going to skip a couple seconds because it says the name of the show at the beginning.
Oh,
Oh man.
it's a Western.
It's a West show, yes. It's on from Nickelodeon.
Oh,
You might not know this. I doubt it.
I really don't think so.
I don't know, Sleeper Shorts? Is that what it is?
It was around that time.
I mean, that's not a Western show, I guess, but...
Hey Dude.
Oh,
Hey, dude, I've heard of it, but I've never seen
Nope.
it.
You see
Is
that, the video of the abandoned set for that?
Yes, I saw that.
Cool.
I can't believe it's still there.
Cool, yeah.
What about Bug Juice, Banks?
I don't have that on here.
That's really...
I should have grabbed that too. Oh man, now
Bug
I want to hear that
Juice,
song.
yeah.
Bug Juice, it doesn't come in a jar.
Beetlejuice?
No.
No.
That was like one of the original reality shows.
Yeah, camp, summer camp. That was like
Oh,
my
man.
aesthetic as a kid.
That was a Disney show, right?
That's my aesthetic now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summer camp.
Summer camp.
All right, I'm hoping someone gets this quickly.
Darkwing Duck?
No, it's Inspector Gadget.
Quinn got it. Inspector Gadget.
I used to watch that.
I did too.
Yeah.
Darkwing Duck, Gargoyles. Y'all remember Gargoyles?
Yeah, when I came to Nickelodeon when I was a kid in the 90s, that was like the only thing on TV was Gargoyles. Gargoyles Marathon. On that the one channel they had is just Disney.
Dude, the Disney afternoon was like amazing. All the shows were great until it got to like Bonkers and
I hated Bonkers.
and what's
It
that
was
Quack
stupid.
Pack where like Huey, Dewey, and Louie as teens.
Oh, I stopped.
Huh?
Horrible.
That's a thing?
That was a thing.
Yikes.
You luckily or not.
And think of it
born.
like your stereotypical '90s teens. It was
Ooh.
bad.
Like,
What about Goof Troop?
I liked Goof Troop. I liked it.
I
That theme
kind of
song,
remember
That's
seeing
probably
that.
the best.
Gone is the Goof Troop, and we'll always stick together.
Oh,
Oh, where's this one?
A Murder, She Wrote.
Oh my god! High five for that. How you know that one?
I started to watch the first, like, few... I started to watch it, because I like it, and I didn't
It's Angela
finish,
Lansbury.
but-
I mean, she's
yeah.
awesome.
I got to an episode, like, and they were at a theme park, and then I watched that one, and then I think I stopped.
You know they filmed that at Universal Hollywood, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
The Jaws area.
Yes, yeah,
it was-
I did know
was-
that. That's what I actually started watching it for.
Riding her little bike around the Jaws set
Mm-hmm.
in the intro. Makes me laugh every time.
All right, here's another Nickelodeon show.
You're looking at me like I should know this.
I don't know. I mean, you were referencing Get the Picture earlier. I was assuming you might know this.
No, I said Finders Keepers.
Finders Keepers. Why did I think Get the Picture? I don't know.
Get the Picture is also good. Oh God, I know it, but I can't think of it. Give me a.
The name Nickelodeon is in the title.
What?
Travis, my phone a friend. What is it?
Nick Arcade.
Boom! Nick Arcade.
Arcade. See, like
No one
another
gets
show
that
I
point,
liked,
though.
a Nickelodeon show when I was younger was called Scaredy Camp. Did you guys?
I
watch
don't remember that one.
Dude, they literally took a bunch of these kids and took them to an abandoned, haunted
That's so cool.
summer camp and just left them there. And they had like GoPro night
Oh my
night
God.
vision cameras.
Did
and
they
had to
scare
solve,
them, or they just
had
were
to
there?
solve murder mysteries. So people like
This is on
drowning in the
Nickelodeon?
reservoir. Yeah, there's like 2 episodes on YouTube, but like no one remembers what it is. But it was like
wow.
my cult favorite as a
I
child.
remember Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
no,
Scary Nick
Scaredy
show.
Camp was a reality show.
Okay.
And there was like
okay.
one story where a girl like got her hand cut off and she had to have a hook for a hand, and then another kid was getting bullied by other kids in the camp, and they took his pet frog and threw it in the reservoir, so he jumped in to like save it, and he drowned. And, like
Wow.
haunted the camp ever since. Yeah, go watch it. Scaredy Camp.
Well, no, that reminds me of like Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like I remember this one story that's I still think of to this day for some weird reason. It kind of freaked me out. It was these 2 kids were riding bikes and the a water reservoir was flowing water, and this one kid with the red bike, the bike fell in, and he fell in with it and died. And so the other kid keeps seeing his ghost and the red bike haunting him.
Oh.
It's like,
What
yeah,
is
this is
that?
Nickelodeon show.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? It's on Netflix.
Wasn't
They're
that
getting
a-
ready to remake it.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a book?
No,
No, you're
No, that-
thinking
I'm thinking
of
of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
I still
Good.
have my
Wait, so what are the points?
have
I
y'all
have
been keeping track? Because I lost.
I have 3.
I have 4.
I think you have 5
Josh
actually.
is-
5?
Yeah.
5,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
just you do.
Wait, did you count Travis's point?
No, I didn't. Do you want me to?
No.
What do you think? It's technically.
I'll allow it because she actually thought of the idea
Phone
to
a
phone a
friend.
friend.
Okay.
Well, he was literally like, me, pick me, I know what it
That's
is.
true. All right.
All right, so this next one's gonna probably give it away if you don't get it.
Guts!
Boom! She got it.
I always
Yes.
wanted to be on that show when I was a
Right?
kid. Yeah, I wasn't
wanted to
ever
call-
athletically inclined. So
I
would've
wanted a
lost,
glowing
but-
piece of that radical rock. I'm telling you.
Oh, it's from the Nick box. You probably have that.
Oh, I do. Yeah, the
Yeah.
mini purse. That's what made me fall in love with the Nick box. I was like, I'm never canceling this.
Right, yeah.
It's so perfect.
It's really cool.
All right, next
I wonder
one.
where you got that from. I didn't know you got a Nick box.
Yeah.
This is a credit song. Yeah, I can already tell no one's going to get that. I should have included that one. It was Perfect Strangers. I don't know if anyone's
I
ever heard
have
of the
no
show
idea
Perfect
what that is.
Strangers.
No.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite sitcoms growing up.
Well, I'm sorry, Max,
Ah.
but nobody knows what you're talking about.
Such is my life.
Oh.
All right.
This sounds familiar.
That's people riding a roller coaster.
Okay.
This whole theme song opening title takes place at a theme park.
What theme park?
Six Flags in California.
Oh.
Huh?
Magic Mountain?
Yep.
I have no idea.
That
It
one
just
Six
makes me
Flags
think of that
show.
VHS.
Yeah, Step by Step.
Oh, wow.
Step by Step. One of the shows that had like a Walt Disney World episode.
Yeah.
But they also had a Six
That's
Flags.
the one that everyone always forgets about. That's on my list of Walt Disney World episodes that people forget about.
Step by Step.
Yeah, there's a few. Yeah, one of them Step by Step.
The
Everybody
Muppets.
remembers Full House and stuff like that.
Well, Step by Step had that plot of that one guy trying to do everything at Walt Disney World in like a day or something. And
Yeah, we were inspired by that.
Yeah.
A long time ago, we wanted to do the same thing.
I wonder if they let us do that. I can even do that these days.
What, do everything in one day?
Oh,
Yeah.
there's actually a
It's
website
impossible.
where someone has done it multiple times.
Everything.
It's not possible. Yep, they've done every single attraction. There's
Okay,
videos of it
that's
on
not
YouTube. I wish I
everything.
could remember the name of their channel, but they took all the attractions. There was 43 at the time, and they did them all.
Man, you could never do it these days.
I mean,
It's crazy, right?
But
there are ways.
everything, like
and it was when
characters.
Frozen was open too. No,
Oh.
just rides.
Okay.
Moving rides, instead of shows. But if it moves, that was their thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, next one's a game show.
Even like Ellen's Energy Adventure. Jeez.
And it all sounds so similar.
They do.
That's why it's so hard. We're just gonna dance to it.
All right, the hint is when you're at the checkout counter and you hear the beep, think of all the fun you can have on.
Sweet supermarket, sweet.
You want to say that coherently? Someone's been hitting those table services at Magic Kingdom already.
Supermarket sweet.
Got it. Got it.
Because when I was a kid, there used to be a museum called Hands On Museum, and they had a supermarket sweet set for kids in there.
cool.
That's awesome.
And you could start a timer, and you had to run and get all this
That's
stuff.
cool.
And
I think
then
that's another game show they're getting ready to bring back.
Just bring it back.
You
Why
get to
make
keep
new
all
ones?
your
You just
groceries.
bring
Yeah.
them back.
I really loved
Really?
Finders
I mean-
Keepers, guys. Finders Keepers
Yeah.
was so good. Because it was just like I Spy, but you were just yelling at everyone too. It's over there! It's like the silver monkey in Temple.
Oh my god! Why can't you put that thing together?
Yeah, no one could.
So stupid. All right.
Wait. Are you tied? Are you?
I'm 5.
Yeah,
Wait,
sorry.
no, I'm 6 now.
What?
Huh?
I think. Maybe?
No, you
No,
should be
5.
You're
Yeah.
five, and you're still 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
I'm so bad at
All right.
keeping track.
Come on.
Well, your age is against you.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Padawan.
I'm not going to go any further than that.
That's it?
Well, all right.
Are they just gonna say the name of the show?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Did they say it? No.
Nickelodeon.
Are they saying it?
Yeah.
Girls? What?
What would you do?
Oh,
Mark Summers.
I thought they said girls.
Remember, this is the
think
show that had the
I
pie
vague-
coaster on it.
I vaguely remember this, but not a whole lot.
I mean, Mike and Didi were just talking about this like last week or the week before. That has the pie coaster and the pie wall and. All right. All right.
I'm leading now.
All right. Last one.
Oh, I'm not gonna win.
Come on.
Basically picked the hard answer.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, it's easy for you. It's easy for you.
I guess because I watch these so much that they're just so second nature to me.
I'm not
Down
gonna
to
win.
Belize, she'll take you for a ride on the slow boat to China. Tell me,
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Brittany wins.
Was that a show?
Yeah, that was a game show.
It was a game show.
It's a game show. It was a TV
like,
show.
Computer game.
It's like a big popular thing for kids in the 90s.
Wasn't it books?
I think it was.
Probably.
Yeah.
It was like a whole.
Like Where's
thing.
Waldo?
I used to have the computer
I have
game.
no idea.
I had some.
They like taught kids the world basically to try to find Carmen Sandiego.
You know what computer games I played? The Gigglebone Gang Goes to Pennsylvania.
What? Did you make that up?
Nope. It's like a city. And it's about like filled with pants jokes.
Wow.
I had a Hunchback of Notre Dame game that was Topsy Turvy games, and you played games with Esmeralda and
yeah.
That's
Jolly.
cool. Oh, I also had the Lonesome Ghosts. That was like
yeah.
a Mickey
the
thing.
Mickey thing, yeah.
Well, while I'm pulling up some
Freddy Fish. Sorry.
pulling up some
Yeah.
viewer tweets here, you want y'all to answer what were your favorite theme songs?
Geez. I mean, yeah, Full House. I would come
Full
home
House.
every single day from, elementary school, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'd get little saltine crackers, and my little bologna slices, pickles, eat it. I don't know why I ate that. It sounds kind of gross. And watch Full House every day at 12 o'clock. I remember the time it came on.
Still, the Full House, the Disney episodes are probably some of my favorite episodes to this day. I still love watching those.
Yeah.
Temple or
Legends
of the Hidden Temple.
Yep.
Always.
Yep.
That was a good one. Rugrats. I really liked Rugrats.
Yeah.
And Rocco's Modern Life.
I can't wait. They're bringing that back too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Kablam was one of my
Kablam.
favorites.
Yes.
Oh, I haven't heard that name in
And
forever.
it's a Toasters song. It's an actual ska song.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's got.
I'm gonna look
words
that
in it.
up.
The Toasters is the band. Yeah, it's a real song.
Gwen.
Fairly Odd Parents, Joey Neutron.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. Remember that?
Yes, Jimmy Timmy Power Hour is literally my favorite thing.
I was like, Infinity War is the most ambitious crossover ever. No, Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
I shipped Timmy and Cindy.
Yes.
I wanted them to be together
Oh, jeez.
so much.
All right. So listener tweets, I should say, not emails. They are saying. Roy from Roy Meets World was saying Pokemon, Power Rangers, Angry Beavers,
Pokemon.
Hey Arnold, some of his favorites.
Angry Beavers.
I've always wanted to watch Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
Yes, with the ska theme. I love those.
Kevin Carter says, Then and Still Now, The Simpsons, favorite theme song.
Oh, it's classic.
It's classic.
Yeah.
Danny Elfman.
I forgot that. I always forget that Danny Elfman actually did the theme song for them. Does he still do like incidental music for them?
He did the Simpsons movie.
Oh, he did?
Because I played it in band one time and I got the sheet music and it was like, Danny Elfman. What?
That's awesome.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's for the movie.
Greg Nicholson Jr. says Wild and Crazy Kids. That's another show I'd dreamed to be on.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
I
a much
remember that
earlier
one.
kind of thing.
Well, it was like I still remember like one of the games that they had these kids do was like try and build some kind of like ice cream concoction while riding a water slide.
This sounds crazy.
I don't know why
It's
all the
Wild and
kids'
Crazy
game
Kids.
shows died. Because I never got to see any of
Dude,
them.
and they took them off Nickelodeon when they stopped, and they would stop playing reruns. Because
Yeah.
I would watch shows like that, and then when I was like really, really young, and then they just stopped playing them.
They
and I
moved
thought
them-
it was like a fever dream.
They moved over to Gas when Gas
To
was still around.
Gas.
And then they made Gas. Yeah, but before they had Gas, though.
Yeah.
They just disappeared. They were in limbo. They did that.
I wish the Gas was still around.
Yeah.
Well, I wish that they did like kind of how Disney now has like old Disney stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that they would have like a little channel you could add to like your Roku or your Apple TV that has all the old
Well,
Disney.
the Nick
Boomerang
Splat
has, like,
does
real
a lot of
old
the old
stuff.
shows right now too.
Dude, yeah, there's just not anywhere you can stream Angry Beavers is probably my favorite.
Yeah,
Well, Ren and
yeah.
Stimpy is my favorite cartoon, period. But Angry Beavers is probably my favorite.
Are you still subscribed to the Nick Box?
No.
Oh, okay, so you didn't get the recent one. Since Ren and Stimpy's your favorite, I got some Ren and Stimpy stuff that I will give to you because
Really?
there's like a Stimpy soap dispenser. So when you push him down, the soap comes out his nose.
Oh my God.
Ew,
I
gross.
can't
Yeah,
wait
the
to
show
see
is
that in our
disgusting.
bathroom.
Yeah,
That's why I liked it.
I get some stuff to Brittany to give to you. So
Right.
That's so nasty.
Our bathroom
The show
is
is
Twin
so
Peaks
gross.
themed too,
Um,
so
It's
that's
really
gonna
gross.
fit it
That's
great.
why I liked it as a kid because it was so gross.
our good friend Matt Clark says Animaniacs is his favorite of all. That's a
I
classic
remember
theme
watching
song. Honorable mentions All That, Darkwing Duck,
Yeah.
Keenan and Kel, Tiny Toons Adventures, Batman the Animated Series, and Doug.
If we go to Universal, I can point out where they did all the like the jumping shots.
All
and
that stuff, yeah.
That was me because I showed you that.
Why do you have to
Like-
roast me?
You made it sound like you knew that. You're like, I'm the one
Why
that
couldn't
has
you?
that knowledge.
Why couldn't you just follow up with a lie? For me?
See, Brittany, now you have him here to tell you these things. You can't just say it and then he won't.
should
Hopefully,
take
you won't
credit
listen
for
to
other
it.
Half the
stuff
things
that
she
I
said
taught.
on this podcast are actually influenced.
The stuff that I taught her like the day before, she's like, I can show you where. So, yeah, it
Even
is
with my
if you guys didn't know that, it is a Universal on the Chicago street.
Yeah,
In front of Transformers.
What?
The garage door that's to.
that's where they like throw the tennis ball at, and
They put a
Chicago?
trampoline there. Well, yeah, so it's not all New York. If you look at the sewer caps, that one street, it's stupid. It's bad.
The alleyway is Chicago?
Yeah, it's if you look at the street signs and everything. Yeah, it's
What?
It's there
What?
just
Completely new
for-
information.
Yeah, look at, so on the waterfront by the Starbucks, right?
yeah, like on the road leading up to Transformers.
Yeah,
So that store is in.
Look at the sewer caps. It's their excuse for Blues Brothers, right? Because they're from Chicago.
Oh, okay.
So that's how they get
Wait,
that.
so that not just the alleyway, that whole.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, I don't really know.
It's on the map. They call it New York, though.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the thing. Oh.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Wait,
But wait, I
but that
guess-
street had the Fantastic Beasts little sign. Remember?
Not anymore.
I know it was wrong. They
But you
shouldn't have
know-
done it. But
now I'm
that's
starting to
something
think
that's oh, Chicago. You said?
now I'm starting to think like that would oddly make sense because isn't like one or some of the Transformers films take place in Chicago?
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea.
So maybe that
Does
is
anyone
kind of
know
tying in
any
with the
details
I don't know.
about Transformers
I
besides
know
the
in
characters?
one movie they turn into knights and they use swords, but like,
That was a recent one, wasn't it?
yeah, that's the only thing I know about.
Yeah, that's a little 90s.
There's a
I
dinosaur
don't
in
know that,
there.
I guess, about Universal that they filmed that whole intro scene. In
Yeah.
there.
Well, I mean, Nickelodeon Studios, he's just filmed a lot of shows there at
Right.
Universal.
Yeah, in the sound stages. Yeah, but yeah, they broke out in the park. And if you want to see the Keenan and Kel globe that they got inside, it's at Universal Studios Hollywood. Because it's the same globe we used to have here. That's really cool. It's the same globe, they just picked it up.
Mhm.
Really?
and moved it
Oh,
over
that's
there.
cool.
Yeah, it's not a different one that looks the same. It's the same one. They moved it over there.
When they put in the new colorful one.
Yeah, now we got our fancy one. I wish
Yeah.
we still had the old one.
I do too.
Coolio
I know.
was in it and everything. That was
Mhm.
awesome. Oh man, that's
No, but in
that's iconic.
Sharknado, they were in
Yeah,
ours.
Banks Lee was there.
He was.
Chris Jericho
Did you-
worked at Rocket.
Banks, do
Yes.
you have like a story for what happened to you in that alternate universe after you
Oh,
left?
what happened?
Did you die?
Like, did my character...
Yeah.
I want to say that my character did eventually just die.
Did you die in the snap? No, I'm just kidding.
No, only I did.
No, my dream was always die in a Sharknado film, so I was kind of hoping, like, in editing, they just dropped sharks and all of us in the audience, but nay, that did not happen.
Man.
So you said you did die after?
I think I did. I probably got eaten.
Cool. Well, actually, no
Delicious.
guests at Universal Orlando got eaten. So,
No, yeah, they did.
in the guests, I thought that the thing was that like only team members were that got eaten.
Oh,
No, because
Oh.
because remember, like the stars, the two that guy and the girl that were on Disaster, their friends get eaten. Like one guy gets his head bit off, and the other one gets
Do
a
they
shark
really?
landing on her.
I could have sworn that like Universal's thing about like filming there was that.
I guess
none of their
maybe
guests
because
got
they
hurt.
were part of the cast, they weren't technically random guests,
I guess.
so they could kill them. And they killed Jerry Springer off because remember Bruce the Shark bites Jerry Springer off when he's trying to
I
get a
don't.
picture with it. So yeah, they did kill some guests.
I feel like we have to watch Sharknado 3 now.
I guess so.
Just watch the Universal scenes.
Just
It's
watch,
so cool.
yeah, just watch Sharknado 3 and then watch the last episode of season 2 of The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, which we were both in.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm in that one as well with Quinn. We are in the audience for Fear Factor,
Well, then you guys should watch Creed My Sacrifice music video.
where they flood New York. I love that.
I do want to see that.
Yeah, they.
I think there's a making of on YouTube as well.
There is, yeah. That's wild. He sits in Mel's and everything. But yeah, they really built a bunch of walls up. I talked to somebody.
That's crazy.
And they were like, yeah, my mom was there or something. Because most people that work at Universal, like, their family works there too.
Yeah.
And yeah, she worked as like a production assistant or something on,
That's so
on
cool.
the set. And we asked her, we're like, oh, they really filmed
Mm-hmm.
that? And they like flooded it? Yeah, they really flooded it.
The fourth Found Destination film, they had to reshoot some stuff for the opening disaster and do a whole new ending, and they filmed that at Universal. Like the stands at Toon Lagoon Amphitheater
Yeah.
were filled in for a race car NASCAR stands for some shots, and then the ending takes place in the New York section of the whole park because you have a Lynx bus goes by, the what's that, the Buzzermans or something, they turned into a coffee shop facade.
Oh,
It's
wow.
it's really cool.
Yeah, I know what you're talking Nazarman's.
Yeah, Nazarman's, thank you.
That's where the first Hornets house was inside, yeah.
Yeah, that's they turned that into the coffee shop facade, and they drove a truck into the window of it.
Wow.
Yeah, because that was like the big ending for the movie. So it's really cool. If you watch that, you see Louis. It's pretty neat. And if you freeze frame for like one shot, you can see they're trying to block the bus from showing Simpsons and Men in Black, but you can still see some Men in Black.
I saw Slime Time Live.
Slime Time Live.
Back to the 90s stuff.
Yeah.
I saw it filmed there.
Yeah.
Once. I went one time when Nick Studios was open when I was a kid.
Same. I went in '99. I got to see the Figure It Out set. Did the studio tour thing there, and yeah, I miss that. I miss the '90s sometimes. All right, so let's get into the new releases. New releases.
That's a noise. Wow.
He's not here.
So I should admit I did not write anything down because I forgot. But I do know something that does come out this Friday is Deadpool 2, like we talked about. So there you go.
And then
There's
Solo's next week.
next week is Solo.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
On next Friday. Next Friday, I guess, technically.
2 weeks.
Thursday.
All right,
Is it
so
oh yeah, Thursday
We
night.
have tickets for Thursday.
Yeah, because that's like the premiere.
The premiere.
But it's still Friday.
Yeah.
Quotes.
well, I can't believe we did it, but we made it to an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Wow, I thought we were like speeding through there.
I did too,
Yeah.
but it was a lot of fun. So thank everyone for joining me this week. I know this is a bit of a different vibe compared to when Mike and Didi are here, but I had a lot of fun. Thanks everyone, Josh and Quinn, for joining us. Hopefully we'll have y'all back soon.
Yeah, thanks
for
for
sure.
Hopefully I didn't like scream into the mic or like breathe too hard. Like,
I'm
but,
always
like-
scared of
Yeah,
that.
I feel like I've
People
gotten too
listening,
close
hearing
too,
me
No,
breathe.
like,
If,
I was
if things
trying
are
to, like,
distorted,
block
I
my
do
breath.
apologize. But all right, so where can everyone find you online? We'll start with Quinn.
Oh gosh, I don't have these things memorized. I'm Quinn Boom some places and Quinn Roseboom other places. I think it's Quinn Roseboom on Twitter. That's it. Just Quinn Roseboom on Twitter.
There you go. Josh?
I think on Twitter I'm at @JoshBaileyX, and then Instagram is just Josh Bailey Design. That's an easy one.
I think I'm Quinn Boom on Instagram too. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Quinn Boom, yeah, that's what I always say when I see you. Quinn Boom.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Brittani Tuttle, BRITTANITUTTLE.
Weird spelling.
Weird spelling. And you can catch me every Thursday on the YouTubes on Early Night Live, the
Number
number
one
one
theme
theme
park
park live stream in the
world.
world. I didn't forget this week. 6 p.m. Eastern every Thursday. Watch me babysit Vincent every week.
And then you can also find me on Attractions Adventures and the Attraction Show every single week.
Exactly. Any hints to where you're going this week?
I have no idea.
Just gonna wing it. All
As
right.
if they know, yeah.
And you can find me, of course, on Twitter at Banksley, Instagram at Disney Goofball, and all the Attractions Magazine social media channels, as well as the Weekly Rewind live every Sunday at 2 p.m. on our Facebook page. So, also, make sure we give a quick shout out to MEI Travel for sponsoring the podcast each and every week. Be sure to go to their website, MEItravel.com. And, of course, thanks to Give Kids the World for allowing us to be able to come out here and record the podcast each and every week. So, next week, Mike and Didi, they will be back in the chairs here, missing music cues and everything. So, we will be looking forward to that and hearing their adventures.
I like this chair.
I do too.
This is my chair now.
See, purple's my favorite color, so
Write your name
I
on
might
it.
take this from
I'm
him.
going to write my name on the mic so that Didi won't use it anymore.
Perfect. Yeah, so I'm sure they'll have lots of stories to tell next week, so tune in for that. And I guess with that,
From the Good Brothers.
from the Good Brothers and the
and
Good
the
Sister. What's this? What?
Too sweet.
Too
Too
What?
sweet.
Yes, it's
Okay.
a
It's
wrestling
wrestling.
Oh,
thing from before your time.
Get hyped.
what isn't?
Woo!
Before my time.
Did I do good?
I think you did good. Didi will be proud.